We'll study in this class about the Wheatstone bridge. Now, what is the use of the Wheatstone bridge is to find one of the resistances. So, for example, if you've got 4 resistances P, Q, R, S, and if you know 3 of them, we can find the 4th resistance. Now, as you can see the construction of the Wheatstone bridge, it consists of the 4 resistances P, Q, R, S in the form of a quadrilateral and a battery of EMF E is connected between the points. Say this is my quadrilateral A, B, C, D, and my battery is connected between the arm AC and the galvanometer is connected between the arm BD. So now we have to find the condition when the Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced. So what is the condition? The Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced when no current flows through the galvanometer G. So this condition we'll be finding using the Kirchhoff's rule. So let's say that the current started from the positive of the battery and it reaches the junction A. So as you can see, it reaches the junction A, that means the current I will divide. Now say the current I1 will go into the arm PQ and the current I1 will flow through the resistance P and the current I2 flows through the resistance R. Now as this current I1 goes into the resistance P, as it reaches the point B, again you can see children at the B it's a junction. So that means the current will divide, some current will go through resistance G and the rest of the current will flow through the resistance Q. So now let's say that the current in the arm through the galvanometer is IG. Okay, I1 comes, the current IG goes into the arm BD and the rest of the current. What is rest of the current? That means I1 minus IG will go into the arm BC. Alright, so this I have applied the Kirchhoff's junction rule, that the incoming current is equal to sum of the outgoing current, that is IG and I1 minus IG. Alright, now let's come in this arm AD. Now in this arm, what's the current coming? I2. So I2 is coming through resistance R and IG is current coming through galvanometer. So the incoming current, what is the incoming current? I2 plus IG. So this will be the current is in this arm will be I2 plus IG. That's my junction rule, that is the incoming current is equal to sum of the outgoing current. And as you will reach the junction C, so again this at C, what's the sum of the current? I1 minus IG plus I2 plus IG, that will be equal to I2 plus I1 because G will get cancelled. So you can see that I1 plus I2 goes through this and I is equal to I1 plus I2. So is it clear children that I have applied the currents using the Kirchhoff's junction rule. Now we'll use the loop rule. So you can say that I'm taking the loop AB DA. Let's take this loop ABDA. That means we are going in this direction. Okay. Now you know that you will apply the Kirchhoff's loop rule, that is the summation of EMF is equal to summation of IR. Fine. So now as you can see that in this loop ABDA there is no cell or a battery, that means my EMF, sum of the EMFs will be equal to 0. Now we have to find summation IR in the loop. Now I am taking the convention that if I'm going to a loop, right, and if I'm going in the direction of the current, I will take that product as positive. And if I'm traveling in the circuit in the opposite direction of the current, then I'll take that current as negative. Okay, let's now apply. I'm going in the arm AB, so I'm going in the direction of the current. So what is my IR? Current is I1 and the resistance is P, so it's I1P. Now let's come to the arm BD. Now what is BD? Now BD, the current is IG, I'm going in the direction of the current, so my product is positive. So it's IG and say the resistance of the galvanometer is G. So my product is IG into G. Then you come to the arm DA. Now as you come into the arm DA, you are going in the direction opposite to the direction of the current. So my product will be minus. समझ में आ रहा है? Current is going from A to D, but I am going in the direction D to A. So my product is negative. So what will my product? My product will be minus I2 into R. Let's say that this is my equation number 1. Now let's apply the Kirchhoff's loop rule to BCDB. Okay, so BCDB, let's apply. Again, there is no cell or a battery in this loop, as you can see. So my EMF will be equal to 0. Now I am going into the arm BC. I am going in the direction of the current. So my product will be positive. So it's I1 minus IG into what is the resistance? Q. Alright. Now I am going into the direction in the arm CD in the direction C to D. But the direction of the current is opposite. So my product will be minus. So it will be minus I2. What's the current? I2 plus IG. So minus I2 plus IG into what is the resistance? S. Now you are going into the arm DB. Again I am going in the direction opposite to the direction of the current. So again my product will be negative. So it will be IG into G. Is it okay? I1 into G, I1 minus IG into Q, I2 plus IG into S, and then minus IG into G. So say that this is my equation number 2. Now I'll put the condition which is given to me, that is no current flows through the galvanometer. That means my IG is equal to 0. Alright. So this is the condition we have to find. So let's put in the equation 1 and 2, my IG is equal to 0. So what you will get from the equation 1, 0 is equal to I1P. I1P, IG into G will be equal to 0 minus I2 into R. Let's say that's equation number 3. And let's come to equation number 2. If we'll substitute 0, IG is 0. So what you will get? I1 into Q minus IG is 0, so what you will get? I2 into S, and IG is 0, so that means this whole term will be 0. So you're left with this. Alright, so what you will get? Now you can, if you simplify the equations, so I'm just simplifying. So I can write I1 into P is equal to I2 into R, and the fourth equation will become my I1 into Q will be equal to I2 into S. Alright, so say this is my equation number 5 and equation number 6, and if you divide 5 and 6, so what you will get? P by Q is equal to R by S. So this is the condition when the Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced. So whenever the Wheatstone bridge is balanced, so you can say that P by Q is equal to R by S. Conversely also you can say that if P by Q is equal to R by S, that means my Wheatstone bridge is balanced. Alright. Now children, from here we come to a very important conclusion. From here also, now if you can see, if you take the bridge to be balanced, that means no current is flowing through the galvanometer. If no current is flowing through the galvanometer, my circuit will somehow, it will reduce like this. That means this resistance is there, this resistance is there, this resistance is there, and this resistance is there. That means I'll be left with the 4 resistances P, Q, and R and S. So there is no resistance, no arm in the center. That means no current flows. So we'll take no resistance. So now you are left with PQRS. So as you can see children, as the current I was coming, now the current I1 will go in this arm and the current I2 will go into this arm, say. So now the same current will flow through the resistance Q. So that means I'll say that means my P and Q are in series, and similarly I2 current flows through S. That means I can say R and S are in series. So my circuit will be something like this. So you can say that P and Q are in series, and then R and S are also in series, and the two are in parallel with each other. Okay, so say that this is P, this is Q, and this is R and S. So your circuit, when the Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced, your circuit will reduce like this. Say for example, if you have to find the resistance, if it comes in the numerical, say for example, if this is my 2 ohm and this is my 2 ohm, and R is also 2 ohm and S is also 2 ohm. So what you will get, that 2 and 2 4 and 2 and 2 4. That means the 4 and 4 ohm two resistances are in parallel. So you know that when the two resistances are in parallel, that means your circuit will be something like this. It will reduce to like this. That is, this is 4 ohm and this is 4 ohm. And you know that when the resistances are in parallel, what will be the equivalent resistance? It will be product by sum. So what's my product? 4 into 4 and the sum is 4 plus 4, 8. That means 4 into 4, 8 by 8, that is 1 ohm will be my resistance. So on this basis, the circuit can come to you, balance circuit, and they'll ask you to find the equivalent resistance. So we can find equivalent resistance of the Wheatstone bridge like this. Thank you, and we'll continue with the numericals in the next lecture.